Okay folks, so this one is about onions, and they're probably one of my favourite vegetables to grow. They find themselves in about 50, 60, 70% of my diet. My intention for this video is to take you up into the polytunnel garden and in the process of doing. So here's how I wrap the onions. Take the neck of the onion, place it through the string, wrap it around, back out and pull down. So again, take the neck of the onion, show it this side, place it through the string, wrap it around, the rabbit comes back out the hole, pull down, and that's it. So here I have some sets, and the fastest roadmap to a successful harvest of onions is to use sets. Seeds obviously is the other alternative. The round shoulder, he is ideal. The polytunnel garden, and as you can see there's onions growing happily inside in the polytunnel. Okay, so here's an example of a little spring onion, an example of a little onion that you would pickle. The second bed is tomatoes, and once the tomatoes started to grow and I could prune off the lower leaves, which was for better access for watering, and I didn't want any splash on the leaves or any soil splash on the leaves, I could underplant, and I've underplanted with some radish and I've sparsely planted with onions. In contrast, the third bed, which is planted with the mainstay at the northern end, is beans, and it's heavily planted with onions, and the richness of the compost, extra feed with the seaweed feed and the fish emulsion feed, the seaweed pellets that I've put in, it can easily handle it. So this is a larger bed, which is 8x4, smaller bed, which is 6x3. In here I have 130 onions, and in here I have 80 onions. The way I'll work it is I will harvest every second one. So I'll start by harvesting, leaving, and I'll work my way through, and they'll be all medium size bulbs. I get back up to the first one, they'll be all good size. Just water. The fish emulsion, and douse the leaves, douse the bulb, because it's a great foliar feed. So once the bulbs are starting to basically bulb up, it's time then to start feeding. The first time was liquid seaweed, which is milder, lighter, and the second and third time was the fish emulsion. Now, I would have thought years ago that the fish emulsion would have had a deleterious effect on the plant. It's not the case. What are they growing in? Well, back in October, I put 4 inches of horse manure on the bed. The horse manure was 3 months old. I covered it in black plastic, left it rot down. Once the sets were ready, which would have been the middle of April, I pulled off the plastic, weeded the bed, and I set the onions in, and that's it. Finish off, I just want to read a little bedtime story. This is from the Vegetables Growers Treasury, first publication, 1939. So this is pre-World War II, pre the malice of the chemical industry on food. I haven't read this in years, but I'm expecting rich language to depict to the reader exactly what's been said. Onion mildew, to stay on point. A fungus which frequently does serious injury to the onion crop. It occurs in the form of a mold on the leaves. At first, its presence may be detected by yellowish patches, followed later by a white and then a greyish lilac mold. The disease causes the leaves to shrivel and the growth of the bulb to be stunted. As a rule, fully grown bulbs are not affected. It is only in the early stages of the growth that the onions are injured by this disease. If you can buy books that are over 85 years old, you're getting books that will show you how food was grown for 40 centuries, 4,000 years. There's actually a book called Farming for 40 Centuries, but it's how we're here, and it's only in the last 80 years that that chemical fertilizer industry has come into the food chain through the vegetables and animals, but we're only concerned with vegetables. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you another time.